Shalom, shalom. Call halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Rakakwadash. Shalom. Salutations to the men of GMS, Great Millstone, who are learning 100% true from. Shalom to the speckled bird, the confused face. Shalom to those brothers who be out there preaching this word, the good gospel, putting their lives and their freedom on the line. And last but not least, shalom to the elect. This is Yahalal again, back with the In Transit. And Abba Raktazar, you could be edified, give you a couple of these scriptures that you could take in and write them down and go study them for yourself. And everything I try to speak about is, I try to speak about what is in the end times, what's going on now. So we are definitely now in the end times, the latter days. And I just want to touch on a little bit about the soul and religion. You know what I mean? Religion is something that different nations practice with their different gods and their different ways of praising and serving their gods and how they carry themselves. But the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah gave Israel laws, statutes, and commandments as religion. And it separated us. When I say separated us, I'm talking about the Israelites, who will be the Native Americans, Afro-Americans, and the Spanish people who make up the 12 tribes of Israel. And it separated us in, as it talks about in Deuteronomy, the Lord separated us to put us above all the other nations, the other Gentile nations who practice different religions, because Psalms 147:19 tells you that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, he only dealt with the nation of Israel. He has not dealt so with any other nation. So we are his chosen and his special people. And because we went off, he turned his back to us and we became a people of a no people, meaning we had no God. But the Lord loved us so much that he sent Yahweh Shai to redeem us from the laws, statutes, and commandments that we consistently broke, perpetually just continue to disobey what the Lord gave us to do to put us on high. And we decided that we wanted to be like all the other nations. So he put the other nations over us. You check out like Ecclesiasticus 12 and 13, it tells you a little bit about, understanding the whole situation or the whole matter. I'm paraphrasing about what these scriptures are about. And, we just put us in a situation where, because we failed to do what we were supposed to do, he punished us and put us under those curses, which is, you can start at Deuteronomy, I believe you can start at Deuteronomy 30 and start reading on down. Or I could be wrong, it may be chapter 28. Either chapter 28 or chapter 30, you can start reading about the curses that will come upon the children of Israel. And you can match those. There's 28. Salaki is 28. And you can match those curses to the people today who are afflicted with those same situations. Joshua 22:5 talks about the diligent. And the diligent man, or the diligent head, or the diligent will heed to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And ultimately the diligent is going to be the 1/3 of the Israelites, which would be the Afro-Americans, Native Americans, and Spanish. It's going to be 1/3 of those people who are going to heed and listen to do what they're supposed to do. Because, you know, the Lord programs us to do what we do every day. He programs wicked spirits and he programs good spirits to do what he commands them to do, because it's his movie to do what he wants to do in it. And you know, we're just playing our part, so we don't have any control over anything that takes place, because the Lord is the one who controls. Paraphrasing, a man doesn't know his own way. I forgot the scripture right now, but ultimately what I'm saying is that, you know, the diligent, which will be the 1/3 in this day, are going to take heed to the commandments. In Baruch 4:1, it tells you, Baruch says, keeping the commandments, law, statutes, and commandments is life, and breaking those law, statutes, and commandments is sin. And we all know the wages of sin is death. Paraphrasing. So, you know what I mean? Like, only people that's going to fear the Lord, because you got to fear the Lord too. You know, Psalms 111:10 tells you must fear the Lord. And when you do, and he puts the Spirit on you, then you want to pray every day. You know, you got to fast, and, you know, these types of things, and following the way of the Lord. Psalms 51:10, King David speaks about keeping the Spirit, never taking the Spirit away from him. So, you know, you fact check these yourself, and you read them so you can get edification for yourself. This is why I do it, so you can have some kind of edification, because, you know, you must study to show thyself approved. That's also, I'm paraphrasing, because everything that I'm speaking is scriptural. And you learn, as you continue to learn, you go over it over and over and over again until you learn the second-hand nature. And this is what the Lord is looking for. He's looking for those kind of brothers. So, you know, I definitely recommend that you continue to learn these scriptures over and over again. And as the elders and the apostles say, that you must write these scriptures down and go over them and study them and read them. That's the only way you're going to get a better understanding of it. You know what I mean? And, you know, ultimately, Esau tried to scare you with the whole death thing and such and so. Like, you know, paraphrasing again, you don't fear a man who can take your life in this world. You should fear the Lord, Yahweh, because he can take your life and your soul. And anything that Esau do, he's the hammer for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So, roughly paraphrasing, as Yahweh Shai said, not a sparrow would fall unless Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai ordained it. So, and people think that reincarnation is not real, but reincarnation is very real. When you listen to Revelation and you listen to the Lord Yahweh Shai speak, he talks about coming back. Or Salakia, John talks about Yahweh Shai coming back, and that alone is reincarnation of himself. Or Salakia, I mean, the people that stabbed Yahweh Shai, the Romans that stabbed him, they're going to see him when he's coming back in all his glory. And that's an example of reincarnation. But ultimately, man, your soul, what I'm trying to say is that don't fear this man, this wicked demon. Fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Because ultimately, like in Ecclesiastes 12:7, it clearly tells you that your body returns to the earth, which it was made, but your soul returns back to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So that's who you should fear. So, you know, I'm about to pull up on my job site, my campsite, and set up shop so I can do my lessons. You know what I mean? Do my scriptures. But Abarakazah, you've been edified, and like I said, write them scriptures down and learn them. You know what I mean? Call Halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah Bahashim Rakak Radash. Shalom and salutations and double honors to the men of GMS, Great Millstone, who I learn 100% truth from. Shalom to the elect. Kwam Yasha Allah. Shalom.